Hi guys, it's Sherry. So today we are going to be using up one of my old canes. This is the one that I chose, and I rolled out my black Primo clay to the second thickest setting. So now I'm going to start slicing up my cane here. I've been going through a lot of my canes and seeing what I have, and I like to see what I can create using my old canes up and put them to use. So this is about the thickness, and you can see they're not exact but close. So I will just line them up the best that I can. I'm gonna get my saran wrap and just start rolling this a bit. Get this into one nice sheet. All right, so now put that one off to the side. And now I'm gonna look for one with color. And right away I see this really neat purple one. So I'm going to do that. I always love the black and white look with color. So if you have anything that's black and white and then more of like a solid color, grab those because those will work really well. So this time I am just gonna kind of start placing these in different directions. Nothing has to be exact on this one because it's more like a petal, but I want to kind of combine it. Just place your pieces in different directions if you have one shaped like this. Okay, so now I'm just going to take this and this one and run this through my pasta machine on the thickest setting. Just one time, and that is it. And now I'm going to get a sheet of paper and start burnishing these pieces. All right, so the first thing I want to do is get my moon cutter. And I want to try to get as many pieces out of this as possible. So I am going to cut very close to my edges. Let's just smooth out our pieces here. And what we want to do is, well, let me get my tile or a piece of paper. I'll get a sheet of paper to put this on. And what I want to do is I want to lay this one down first, and then I am going to put this one right on top. And then I have, this is just a paint tray. And I just want to lay this right down. And let's do that again. This time I'm going to put the purple down first. Look how neat that looks. You can do so many cool things with your canes. So now, I just want to make sure that this is laying down nicely. Make sure it's not popped up in any place, because you don't want it curing funny. Okay. Now we gotta decide. I want to do, so those will be my earrings. So I want to do like a necklace. So I gotta decide how I want to play around and do a matching necklace for this. And I'm going to bring out my other ones, and I think I am going to do a big one. Big one here, small one. Okay. Let me put all these off to the side. Don't throw those away, guys, because we can use those. So I think for the necklace, what I will do is I'm going to cut this right in half. Ooh, excuse me. Just set these right on top of each other. So I can cut this right in half. All right, so I'm going to run my plain black through my machine on my second thinnest setting. I'm going to lay that there. And I'm going to recut. Oops. And I need half of one of these. So let's see if we could get enough out of this. And we'll do another half. And one more. Cut that one in half. This is coming together really nice, guys. I'm super thrilled with this one. This is going to be really neat. And then I will take this one, make a smaller piece, cut that one in half as well. Look at how fun that is. Oh, I'm so excited about that. Okay, so now I figured, you know what, we have all this scrap. Why don't we try to make some beads out of this and see what we can get bead-wise for this. Okay, so let's just make a couple small little beads. Put this off to the side. And I'm just gonna I just wanna use up my scrap. So I want to make sure that I have the same size ball for my beads. I want to do a couple big ones and then a couple small ones. But we'll have to see what we can get out of all this clay. So I just want to make sure I have the same size. Okay, so I want to do 2 small ones for the earrings. So I'm going to take these balls, I'm going to cut them in half, and then roll them up, and I will take half of my black and white and then half of the purple. Let's just add a little bit more there. And then just roll it in your hands. And look how neat that looks. Let's do the same thing to this one. So to put the holes in, I just take my pointer tool. I'm going to go straight down, push through, and then go back on the opposite end and just open that up a little bit. So very, very easy. I like to make sure that my stuff is completely open. All right, so I'm going to do these couple, I'm going to do a couple more beads, and then I'm going to put this in the oven, 275 for a half hour, and then we'll come back and we will assemble everything. All right, guys, so my pieces are out of the oven. They look fantastic. I am super excited on how beautiful they look. I mean, they really came out super nice. So the first thing I want to do is work on the necklace piece here. And I picked out some black gemstones that I am going to place on my necklace here. All right, so the first one I want to put on is my large one. And well, first let's decide where we want to put it. So I'm thinking closer to the edge here. That's where I like it. So I'm just going to put a little dot of glue on each one where the purple is. And place these right on here. If you get a little extra glue on the side, just take your rubber tool and clean it off and then wipe your tool. Okay. Now I like to drill holes so I can hang my piece here. And I have my electric drill here, and I'm just gonna go right in the middle. And I'll do the same thing here. And this one I will go on the top and bottom as well. And I want one on the bottom of my large one as well, because I am going to hang some stuff off the bottom. Okay. So what I ended up doing was I made this bead, and then I ended up putting like a little tassel on the bottom, and that is going to go on the bottom of my necklace. So let's start putting our jump rings together here. And I actually think I'm going to go with thicker ones. I want to make sure these are completely secure. So the first thing we are going to do is open up our jump ring. And then put this on, and then we will put our little tassel piece on as well. And then we're going to close it. And we're going to do this with each section and just continue to connect all our pieces together. Look how nice that looks. Absolutely beautiful. That is going to be one fun piece. So the next step I want to do is start getting our chain put together. But before we do that, I need to make little connections for our beads. So to make those connections like I did with this big bead, you're going to get your eye pins. Let's make sure these ones are large enough. So take your eye pin, stick it in the hole there, and then you're going to get your round pliers here and bend that over, and then you will take this and start turning it the opposite direction that you bent the wire. And then close it, and you will have a little connection piece. Okay, so get your chain, and then the first part I'm going to measure out to 18 centimeters. And then I will cut there. And then I'm going to take my piece, lay it out again. And I'm going to find my exact middle at the 9. And then I will take my jump ring. And because these are much smaller, I will take the skinnier jump ring. And go right in there. Connect that together. Now you want to make sure it is connected well, because you do not want to lose your chain. But I am actually going to take a little dab of super glue right at that opening And I'm going to put super glue right on that. And then kind of wipe it on there to seal that opening. So let that go for a minute. And then get the rest of your chain, and we will measure out another 10 centimeters. We want 2 of those. Okay, so now I want to make sure that this is the same size, and I have to just cut off a few links here because I got a little bit off. Okay. Take your jump ring. Let's open it up. Let's get our large bead. Let's attach that. Close that. I will once again put just a tiny bit of glue on my opening. I'll let that sit and dry. I'm going to do the same thing with this side. Take one of your 10-inch chain or your 10 centimeter chains, connect it to that bead. And if you have strong jump rings that are going to stay nice and closed, you do not have to do super glue. I am doing the super glue because I know these jump rings are very thin and they can open. So I want to make sure that I have just a little bit of extra security on that so it does not open. That's just a little trick that I learned through somebody else. And now we will add our last jump rings. Okay, so lastly, we will measure out our last bit of chain, and I am going to measure this out to 18 centimeters. And then we will put the last of our chain on. And we do not need any closures because this is a very long chain, so it will slip right over the neck. I'm going to hang that and let that dry. Let all my beads and super glue dry there. And while that's going, we will start on our earrings. So for the earrings, I'm going to drill a hole on the top and the bottom as well. So I'm going to go right in the middle. So I'm going to go measure, go right from this little opening. I'm going to follow. And I'm going to do the same thing on the bottom. Oops. And first we will put our tassels on. Let me put this away. And now we'll just put our little bead on, and then our fish hooks. And we gotta put 2 little gems on there so it matches the necklace. Make sure that's gonna face straight. And then lastly, there we go. Let's get our little black gems. We'll do 2 of the medium ones. And I'm going to put 1 right here in the middle and 1 right here in the middle. And there we go. We have a beautiful necklace and a pair of earrings to match. I mean, how fantastic is this? So I really hope that you guys enjoyed creating these pieces with me and learned a new way of using your canes. I mean, I think these are fantastic. They are really just a fun pair of earrings. I will place all the information in the description where I got the cutters and things along those lines. I really hope you guys, once again, enjoyed creating with me. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!